In this video, we're going to show two approaches to build this assembly. We're going to show how beginners build this assembly, and then we're going to show how professionals build this assembly. So we have few parts here. The first part is this one here, support. Then we have to put this part. This one here, we have to fix this. We have an angle here, 30 degrees. And then we have to put this part here, and this has to rotate. It has to go from this side here to this side here. So let's start and let's show how beginners would build this assembly. So as a beginner, we would go here to the mate, and the first thing that we would do, we would create concentric mate between this one here and this hole here. Let's click OK. But still, we can move this up and down, right? So then what we would do, we would go here, we would choose this face, and we would choose this face here, and now here we have coincident. So that's the first step. So for now we have two mates, concentric, and we have coincident. The second thing, we would define an angle here between this face and this face here, 30 degrees. So we would go to mate, we would go here, and we would select this face and this face here. Let's click OK. Then the next thing, we would define concentric relation between this one here and this one here. Let's click OK. So now we have this, but we can move this along this axis. We have to set up limits. So the first limit is this, and the second limit is this one here. So we're going to go here to the mate. Now we have to go here to the advanced mates, and we can go here with length minimum, which is going to be 0, and maximum 189, like this. So here we have 0, and we're going to select this face, and we're going to select this face here. Let's click OK. Now let's try to slide this. You can see you can go from this limit to this limit here. Now, this is one way how you can do it, and how most of the beginners would do, but there is faster way. Some of the mates we're going to use are the same, but we're going to also use two mates that will save you more time and make it much easier for you. Now, the faster way is this. We go here to the mate, and instead of using two mates, coincident and concentric, we're going to go here to the advanced, and we're going to use here profile center. So when you have symmetrical parts, you can use this profile center, for example, and we can select this face here, and we can select this face here, and automatically this will be coincident and concentric. So this is profile center. Let's click OK. And now we can rotate this, right? Now the second mate is the same. We're going to define an angle here. So we're going to go to the mates, and we're going to go here with an angle. We're going to select this face and this face here. So this is 30 degrees. And also the next mate is the same, which is concentric. So we're going to go to the mate, and we're going to select this one here and this one here. Let's click OK. So we can now move this. Now we have to put limits. Now we show the first way how we can put a limits. Now the disadvantage of that approach that we showed before is that we have to define value, right? So we have to define minimum value. We have to define maximum value. So we have to measure what is the maximum value. So there is a faster way how you can do this. So let's go here to the mate. Let's go here to the advanced, and we're going to use here weight, okay? And also here for the constraint, we're going to select 3. So first we have to define width selection 1, which is going to be this face and this face of this part. Then we have width selection 2, which are our limits, right? It's going to be this face, and it's going to be this face here. And this is it. We can click OK. And now if we try to move this, we can see we go here from this side to this side here. So this way we don't have to measure what is the maximum distance. And this way you can save a lot of time. Now, when we look at the mates, we only use one mate less, but also we save a bit of a time with mate with. So these are two approaches in this example, how you can put assembly together in SOLIDWORKS. Now, if you want to learn more about SOLIDWORKS core tools, you can click on the link below and you can get free copy of my book, SOLIDWORKS Core Tools Handbook. This is PDF version and you can get it for absolutely free.